presidential race heats up, candidates need to be everywhere and in the shortest amount of time. That's why more and more of them are flying private.
I can just tell you that this is absolutely a needed tool when you're campaigning. You can save so much time. You can get to 5 different cities in a single day and get into those regional airports and potentially make it home for dinner.
Sergey is a private jet connoisseur. His company books planes for A-list clientele. When he's not doing his day job, he's brushing up on the types of jets the candidates are flying on. Let's start with the Republican frontrunner, Donald Trump. How is he flying these days?
So a Boeing 757, there's limited supply on the market. It's user specific, right? So you can customize that airplane. That's the number one way to fly private.
What do you think that Donald Trump's plane says about him as a presidential candidate?
That plane is very much a status symbol. If you can afford to fly in that comfort, I would say you should. So versus others that that are sending other people in their team on commercial flights, he can fit a lot more people in his team on his plane. What it also does is he's building a lot of motivation for his team.
In the last 3 months of 2015, Hillary Clinton spent $915,000 on private flights with executive flightways. Her jets of choice have private estate rooms and convertible sleeping quarters.
So Falcon 900, which is considered a heavy jet, it has long legs. If you're flying short haul, I would probably recommend an airplane like this, which is a Challenger 850. This is more spacious. You have about an extra foot in terms of width.
Bernie Sanders and his campaign made sort of a big stink about how he flies commercial. Why do you think that now at this stage in the game he's made the change to start flying private a little bit more?
Bernie Sanders, I think we saw, was a Gulfstream 200. The time that you will lose by going commercial, you won't be able to be competitive, at least in the campaign world. It's absolutely anti-competitive. They won't be able to survive in that landscape.
And as the caucuses ramped up, so did spending on jets. Marco Rubio spent $625,000 with Advanced Aviation Team in the fourth quarter of 2015, up 60% from the previous. Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz actually share more than just a party affiliation. They fly on the same type of jet.
Citation XL. Those are mid-size airplanes. They're fairly good for 3.5-hour flights, but I'd argue that if you have more people, I'd pay $1,000 more an hour to get more utility, get more comfort out of it.
But that's all chump change compared to what the next president could be flying on. The new Air Force One will reportedly cost north of $360 million.